Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for choosing to spend your morning here with me and with all of us together for what I'm going to call a clarity session of the morning. I'm really excited to share this with you. This is a piece of my morning routine, something I do almost every day that has over the last year changed my life since I left the corporate world and started my own business. This routine is designed to help you get into a peak state, to help you prime you for flow so that you can ignore the mosquitoes, but so that you can connect to what's really, really important to you first thing in the morning. And not only has this been transformational for me, but it's been a really important tool for the people closest to me and as of lately, also for my clients. So I'm really excited to share this with you. And what we're going to do today is 2 of the 3 pieces of my morning routine. And so the itinerary says meditation, but we're actually going to be doing some breath work, and then we're going to be doing some future self journaling. So who here has done Wim Hof breath work before? Awesome. We got 2. Okay. Rob, you as well? I've never actually done it. Okay. A little bit of theory. So what we're going to do here is the Wim Hof that I've learned, the way that I do it each day. And I'm going to explain it really quickly, and then we're going to get into it, and it's going to be fun. So right out of the gate, important to note that if for whatever reason it doesn't feel comfortable for you, if you're feeling like you're at your limit, you're feeling you need to breathe, you're feeling lightheaded, that's your body's signal to tell you to stop right there. And that's totally fine. Everyone's going to have their own limit. This isn't about forcing yourself through your limit. It's about embracing a little bit of discomfort and finding the comfort within it. So what we're going to do, there's going to be really 3 parts to it. The first part is the actual breathing. The second part is the retention. And the third part is what I call the relaxation, but where you breathe in and hold. So for the first part, what you're going to be doing is breathing in forcefully, taking in pretty much as much air as you can through your nose and through your mouth. And then you're going to gently let it go. So forceful inhale, and then relax and just let your lungs sort of compress and push out a little bit of air. What this is going to do is it's going to acidify your blood it's going to create an alkaline environment in your blood because it's going to drive up the CO2. Rather than exhaling CO2 at the same rate that it's being produced, it's going to start to build up in your body. And the medulla, which is part of the brain attached to the brainstem, which is responsible for helping regulate our breathing, takes that to be a sign that we don't need air, and so it can suppress our body's normal need to and urge to inhale. So what you might notice is that you can hold your breath a little bit longer than normal. You might notice a little bit of tingling. You might notice a change in your body temperature. This stuff is all pretty normal, but if at any point it's starting to feel too uncomfortable for you or you're feeling lightheaded, that's your invitation to pause right there. So first phase is the breathing. Do a couple of breaths like that. That's sort of the cadence. I'll guide us through it. The second phase is the retention, which is going to start on an exhale. So we're going to do 30 breaths in and out, and then I'm going to say, okay, here we go. You let the air come out, same cadence as you were doing in the breathing, and then you're going to hold. And in that time of holding, I invite you to pay attention to what's going on in your body. You've created a new kind of silence that you're probably not used to, where the normal inhale and exhale, that sound is not there. Super, super cool. You get to hear your heartbeat. You get to really dial into what your body's doing in a different way and feel that you're taking control of what's normally an automatic process. So that's the second portion. And again, you go till where it's comfortable for you, and then you can wait till I'll initiate the next round. The third piece, after you've held your breath and you're ready to take in some air, inhale and hold for about 15 seconds. For those of you who have done this before, those of you who are interested in kind of an additional technique, something that was taught to me is when you do that inhale, if you flex your diaphragm and your Kegel muscles and your pelvic floor muscles, and you kind of flex them in a wave from lower to upper abs, and imagine pulling fluid from your spine up into your brain. This might sound a little crazy, but if you imagine kind of creating that wave and creating that tightness, you can really intensify the feelings of euphoria and the tingling that you get during that relaxation period following the inhale. Now, okay, so that's the 3 phases, and we're going to do 2 sessions of that. So really quick, fist to 5. Fist being, Josh, I have no freaking clue what you just said. 5, I feel pretty confident to get started on this. Where are we at, everyone? Let's be super honest. Okay, see some 5s. We got a fist, okay, so we're going to re-explain some stuff. A 3, okay, and some 3s. Okay, so first part, the breathing. How the inhale and the exhale. Is that clear, or is there? That's clear. Okay. Where's? Are we exhaling out of our mouth? So it doesn't really matter for this, for today. Personally, I like to inhale through my nose and mouth and then exhale through my mouth. But whatever feels comfortable for you for today. You don't even need to worry about that. Just feel for today. Just feel it out. Do what feels comfortable. Okay. Any other questions to get up to 5s? Let's get everyone to 5. 5. Okay. Okay. So, and lastly, of course, I'm going to just reiterate this. This is an individual journey for each of us that we're doing together. So, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, that's totally cool. You're a part of this, right? So, if you're feeling weird, you're feeling like maybe you're not doing it right, that could be true, but you are doing it right. You're here. So listen to your body. Let's embrace some discomfort, and let's get into some breath work. So I'm going to cue us off. We're going to do 30 inhale exhales, and then I'm going to signal for us to go into retention, where we're going to be peaceful and silent and hopefully not hear any buzzing mosquitoes. And then we are going to do the third part, which is the hold. We'll debrief really quickly, and then we'll go into another session. All right, guys, are we ready for this? Sweet. Okay. Let's start with the first inhale and go. Last one. Hold. If you're still holding, I invite you now to do your inhale and hold for 15 seconds so that you can join us in this next round. How was that for everyone? What did that feel like?
Clarifying question.
Yep.
Are we on the last breath exhaling all of our air out to hold?
So I personally just relax and I just let that go. Is that something you've done in the past?
It is, but I wasn't sure if that was, yeah, I wasn't sure.
So do what's comfortable for you. If you'd like to fully exhale, do that.
Question. I was supposed to, like, I know you're breathing really loud and intense, but is that just so we can follow you?
So that is just the way that I breathe when I'm doing it. I'm taking in as much air as I can
Oh.
and then gently relaxing and letting it go.
And it's supposed to be that fast?
So if that pace feels a little bit too quick for you, you're more than welcome to just follow at your own pace what works for you. The key here is that you're inhaling forcefully and then relaxing on the exhale. So not forcing the air out.
Okay. And it's supposed to be 50?
So we did 30 there. I counted 30. Sorry, I did 30.
What is this called again?
Wim Hof method.
Oh, Wim Hof.
Yeah. And this is my version of Wim Hof. This is from what I've learned and how I've applied it. Any other clarifying questions before we get into the next round?
So when we breathe in, we hold for 15 seconds when we get to like the second phase, and then we breathe out after 15 seconds.
Yeah, so the third phase. So the second phase is holding your breath, the retention.
Yeah.
And then the third phase is taking in that breath for 15 seconds, and then you go back to breathing normally.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
That's a great question. Glad that you clarified. Any weird sensations come up for anyone? Any tingling? Any changes in body temperature? Stillness? What were you guys feeling?
I got a lot of body heat.
Body heat. Okay, awesome. Anyone else?
I felt like a little spacey in a good way.
Oh yeah, a little high on your own supply.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. If I'm just to simplify everything, that is one of the main reasons I love doing Wim Hof. First thing is just what you just described. Awesome. Anyone else share their experience, especially if it's your first time? It was kind of weird. It was weird, but I liked it. It was weird, but I didn't like it.
Relaxing. I found I got a little bit self-conscious about the breathing in hard with all the mosquitoes around.
Oh, you don't want to take it. Gotcha. Gotcha.
But aside from that, was really fun.
Amazing.
Yeah, I've dabbled a little bit in it, but this time was really nice, and I was surprised at how relaxed I was at holding the breath, so I'm definitely going to look into making that part of my morning routine. So.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. That's so cool. Well, I do this a lot, but doing it with everyone here, I can really feel the energy that you guys are bringing to it, and the curiosity and the willingness to try something new, and it's really, really enhanced the experience for me. So thank you, everyone, to contributing and bringing your unique lens to this. All right, who's ready for another round? Second time's always better. So, yep, same thing. Let's fire it up and let's get comfortable being uncomfortable. Here we go. Last one. Hold. If you haven't yet, I invite you to inhale and hold for 15 seconds. How was that second round? How did it compare to the first?
Pretty good.
Felt good? What does your mind feel like right now compared to when you first woke up this morning to when you came down here?
Alert yet spacious.
Alert and spacious. Love that. Lots of room for good stuff and ready to take it in. Amazing. Quiet. The sound of the birds in the background for me is just next. It's on another level.
Beautiful.
Yeah. This is,
It's amplified
oh,
more.
totally, totally. I feel like nature is where, if there was a place this was meant to be done, nature is it. Amazing. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing that with me, guys. I'm going to do a really, really short guided meditation to prime us for the future self journaling. So I'm just going to invite everyone to close your eyes, and if you need to, take a few breaths to just sigh away anything left over from the Wim Hof. Maybe connect with the nature that's all around us, the space that you've created, that we've created, and feel that energy that we've all created together. This is a unique energy that can only be created here by us, bringing this all together, that we get to feel and experience right now. And then I want you to let your mind wander to a place in the past, to a time when you were facing something challenging or something you weren't quite sure how to do or how to behave, a time when you're feeling a little bit uncertain. Could have been a few minutes ago during Wim Hof. Could have been yesterday, could have been a week ago. Could have been something from a long, long time ago, but a moment where, despite that uncertainty, you made it through. You pushed on. You connected to that power within yourself. And you moved forward. Because deep down, you know that's the kind of person you are. When it matters, you do move forward. You've always moved forward. Now I want you to bring up that memory, that time when you're feeling that uncertainty, and connect to it, what it felt like to get through it, to get past it. Recreate that memory. Who else was there? What kind of emotions were you feeling at the time and when it was resolved? What did that uncertainty turn into? Was it gratitude? Peace? Compassion? Love? Confidence? Maybe power? That feeling is around you here now. Our brains cannot distinguish between the past and the present. We perceive the chemicals, the neurotransmitters that flow in our blood, in our body. We can let those happen. We can let them go their course. Or we can choose what kind of experiences we want to have and what kind of experiences we want to create. That confidence, that power, that grace, gratitude, joy, they're all right there for us to create, for us to have. So I invite you now to take that feeling, and now we're going to project it onto the future. I want you to imagine a year from now, looking back on this last year, starting from August 21st, 2020, and it's been an amazing year. You've grown in new and challenging ways that you never even thought possible. You've accomplished things that a year ago you literally could not have even dreamed up. Looking back though, you understand exactly where you were at, the challenges that you faced at the time, the beliefs that you had, the environment you were in, the relationships that you had. And you get that you did the best that you could with those tools and those resources. But that's not you anymore. You have evolved purposefully in the direction of your choosing, because your life is yours. You are the architect. You design how it's going to go, and you've lived powerfully over the last year. You've faced uncertainty, and you've crushed it. You've gotten used to it. Uncertainty has become your compass for growth, for compassion, for peace and love. A year from today, in the future, I want you to imagine one thing that, if accomplished, would make it an extraordinary year alone. One thing. One thing that the you of today is not capable of doing. Not yet. And we're going to gently bring that back to the present to prime us for our journaling session. So when it feels comfortable, I invite you to open your eyes. You join me. Grab your journal. And in your journal, I'm going to invite you to write about that thing that, if it was accomplished in the next year, whether by you, whether by someone else, whether as a team, but if it was accomplished, if this thing was done or it came into your life, that alone would make this an extraordinary year of growth and development for you. You would look back on this moment and be so grateful that you decided to pursue it, that you had the confidence to chase something that was outside your current means. And so to write about that event or that thing like it's already happened. I want you to write about what it would feel like to look back on today, embarking on that challenge and knowing that, wow, it's going to be a rough go and you're going to make it. To imagine, to write about the struggles that you had to get there and what it feels like to finally make it through those struggles and experience that compassion for yourself a year ago with that goal and not sure how to achieve it. So I invite you to write that in your journal. Write in the context of the future, it has already happened. Just like we did yesterday in the intention setting, it has already happened. And put yourself in the shoes of your future self. What does that feel like? What about that accomplishment makes you feel X way? Is it gratitude? Is it power? And what about it is important to you, to your future self? If it helps, you can start with, it is August 21st, 2021. keep writing your journal. That's everything I have for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me here and being a part of this. It was amazing for me. So thank you so much for this opportunity.